Okay, so people want to know, why do we spend the money and the time to run background checks before we hire people? There's reasons for that, and the $30, $40 you spend to run the background check is worth it. Here's why. Because you want your customers to be able to 100% say that the company that I chose to come in and service my home, I feel 100% comfortable with that company. So we run background checks on every employee at Rivertown Pro Wash, and we've had a couple that didn't meet the mustard and kick back, and you always have them tell you in the interview there's nothing wrong, there's no problem with my background. I had them when I worked at Pepsi as a manager. They would come in, no problem with my background, driving record looks good, man, no problem, we good to go. But when you run that background, here's what it does. It's no different than having the system and the policy for how you terminate people, how you write people up. No different than how you're going to let people go on vacation. If you have the policy in place, it takes all the emotion out of it. And you're now driving your company through a fact-based system. There's no emotional connection. There's no buddy system. There's no, I like this guy's personality better than this guy's. All that stuff is great and well at a social club, not in a business. So the background check literally takes your emotion out of it, and you base your decisions on facts. What is the history and the track record of X employee, whatever it is? When your standards are not met by that criteria, then that employee cannot become a team member in your company. You have to set your standards, and you have to abide by your standards if you're going to go grow a company that's got a culture and a heritage, whatever word you want to put, a culture, heritage, whatever you think is right for your company. But you're trying to build a company of moral teammates, integrity-driven teammates, and if you don't run background checks, you cannot know that your company is performing to those levels. Guys, background checks are a big deal. We're going to run them on every employee. We've been running them on the last 3 or 4, and it's been a help to me. I hope this video is a help to you. I hope you run your company with background checks and get real and serious about the safety and the well-being of your customers and your employees and your office staff. So, I mean, you would hate to know that you're an employee that hired a sex offender that moved here from Michigan, and you hired him, and everything about him looked like the guy next door, and all of a sudden one of your office staff or one of your customers gets offended in a way that you can't make up for, and you got to live with the fact that you hired this guy that has a record and you never checked. You got to live with that. I don't want to live with that. Not for 1 second do I want to live with that. Guys, treat your customers right, treat your coworkers right, background check everybody that you come in contact with that's going to have any dealings with your company. Vet them. Keep your stuff on the up and up. Chris Johnson with Rivertown Pro Wash, and we are signing off. Y'all have a great afternoon.